Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Market Trends. Today in this video we shall be discussing about some of the stocks which have a good pricing at the moment. The first one in our list is that of the Reliance Industries, which can be seen trading at today closing at a price of 2084.30 rupees, and the high that it made for the day was 2085.85 rupees, whereas the low was 2077.05. On the other hand, if we see the total change that the stock made for the day was approximately 2.15 points, whereas in terms of percentage it made a change of 0.10%. If we see that in the RSI indicator, we would see that it is recovering from its oversold category, and it is entering it is likely to go in the uptrend only at the moment. Whereas now we come on to some of the valuations over here. First and foremost, if we see the valuation for the day is 0.72% in minus, whereas the weekly returns that the stock gave was in minus 1.10%, and the monthly return got by Reliance Industries Limited was 9.30%, whereas for an year it was plus 65.35%, and for 5 years it was recorded as 362.92% in plus, and the maximum was 3278.03% in plus. Now if we come on to some of the checklist for the investment in Reliance Industries Limited, we can see that the stock is currently priced more than that of the intrinsic value. Henceforth, it is a bad sign for us. Whereas if we go on to the second point, that is returns versus FD rates, over here the stock has been generating better returns on equity than that of the bank FD, which is a good sign. And now the third point, that is dividend returns, which is not yet to be seen by us, but still we'll go through it, and the stock does not offer attractive dividend returns at the moment. We're now moving on to the next one, that is entry point. It is as per ticketape.in, this is a good time to consider, as the stock is not in overbought zone. As I mentioned that it is somewhere very far away from the overbought zone, but yeah, definitely the stock is in uptrend at the moment, and there are no red flags marked with the stock, and henceforth it is a good buy at the moment. Whereas if we see the forecast and ratings, we can see there is a panel of 33 analysts, out of which 58% analysts are of the view that you can invest in the stock to buy it. So the valuations are fair enough. Anyways, coming on to the competitors, we can see that Reliance Industries has got three other competitors, although there are many, but still these three are major ones of consideration. So if we see these three ones, out of this, Reliance Industries looks a good option to buying for. Now moving on to the holding holding pattern of the stock, we could say that the domestic institutional investors hold approximately 13.57%, whereas the foreign institutional investors hold approximately 24.75% in it. As on June 2020. So we can say it's a good buy at this moment for with a short term horizon at least. Whereas if we move on to the other one, and that is Bharti Airtel Limited, we can see that the stock was uh, I forgot to mention you one thing regarding Reliance is that it has come there is another deal into picture of Reliance, and that deal is from Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is looking to invest $1 billion in geofiber assets. So if this deal comes into an existence, and if you get to hear any news regarding that, we can further see it to escalate further. So there is some kind of positivity into it further. Anyways, now moving on to the Bharti Airtel Limited, we can see the stock traded for the day at 519 rupees, whereas the high was 521 rupees, with a low of 518.10 rupees. The stock tends to make a movement of only 0.50% points, 0.50 points for the day in red. And in terms of percentage, we saw it in minus 0.10%. Whereas now we move on to the valuations of the stock. Over here, if you see the valuations, and the stock gave a decent return of 1% for -1% for the day, with a -1.74% in a weekly chart, and for monthly chart it gave a -8.64%. In the yearly chart we could see some positivity with plus 46.59%. Whereas for the 5-year chart we saw a return of 53.32%, and the maximum of the stock, that is Bharti Airtel Limited, was 2455.17%. Later on, moving on to the Infosys Limited, it could be last seen trading for the day at 950 rupees, making a high of 950.15 rupees, with a low of 948.15, having a change for the day of approximately plus 1.65 points. In terms of percentage, we can say that there was a change of 0.17% in plus. The RSI indicator indicates that it is somewhere near to its 52-week high. It is somewhere near to its overbought zone. It's getting close to starting of the overbought zone. Anyways, and now if we check some of the valuations of Infosys Limited, we can see that the return for the day was minus 0.66%, whereas for the week it was 0.06% in plus. And for the entire month there was 1.87% in plus. And as far the yearly returns are concerned, it was 18.68% in plus, and 5 years it was 67.24% in plus. The maximum returns were 917.97 for Infosys Limited. Anyways, now moving on to the SBI Life Insurance. On a 15 minutes time frame, we could see that the stock last closed for the day at 864.40 rupees, making a high of 864.75 with a low of 860 rupees, and the change for the entire day was plus 4.10 points. With in terms of percentage, it was plus 0.48% of hike. The RSI indicator indicates that it has crossed its oversold zone, and it is moving towards its overbought zone, but it is yet far away from its overbought zone, but moving in an uptrend. If we see the daily chart, we can see that it was plus 0.98% in returns, whereas for the weekly chart it was minus 1.02% for the entire week, and minus 0.21% for the entire month. As far as the returns in AF were witnessed to be in plus 3.83%, whereas for 5 years it was 21.72% in green, and the maximum returns were 21.72% with SBI Life Insurance Company Limited. If we look at some of the investment checklist, we can see that the current price of the stock is more than that of the intrinsic value, and the returns versus FD rates are also seem to be generating better returns on equity than that of the bank FD. Anyways, coming on to the next one, that is the dividend returns. The stock doesn't offer attractive dividend returns as of yet, but still that is not our concern, at least for the moment. Now if we move on to the entry point, it is a good time to consider as the stock is not in overbought zone as of yet, whereas there are no red flag marked with the stock. And now if we check out some of the forecasts and the ratings, the out of a panel of 31 analysts, 81% of the analysts from 31 analysts are of the view that it is a good investment to buy the stock. And apart from that, if you see some of the competitors of SBI Life Insurance Company Limited, stocks like HDFC Life Insurance Company Limited, Bajaj Finserv Limited, ICICI Prudential Life Insurance Company Limited are in the line. If seen the PE ratio of SBI Life Insurance Company Limited, it stands to be at 60.56, which is fairly good enough in comparison to all of it, and stands to be second last best option. Whereas if we see the holding pattern, says that the domestic institutional investors hold approximately 7.01%, whereas the foreign institutional investors hold 26.15% of it, and the total promoter holding is 60.69. I repeat, it's 60.69%. Now move on to the next stock, that is ICICI Bank, and the stock could be the last in trading for the day at 371.30 Indian rupees, whereas the high made by the stock was 373 rupees and the low was 369.75. The stock made a difference of minus 0.60 points. In terms of percentage, we can say it was minus 0.16%. If we look at some of the valuations, and the returns made by the bank for the day were 0.92% in plus, and for the entire week it was minus 0.32%. Whereas now we see the returns of the entire month, it was 1.06%, and the year it was minus 9.92. In terms of 5 years, we can see a return of 37.69%, whereas the maximum stands to be 2974.60% for ICICI Bank Limited. Now comes the Larsen & Toubro, which stands to be trading today at 994.80 rupees. The high made by the company is 996.50 rupees and the low is 993 rupees. Whereas if we see the fluctuation made by the stock for the day was plus 0.50 points, and in terms of percentage it was in plus by 0.05%. Whereas now moving on to the Larsen & Toubro valuations, we could see that the stock gave a decent return of minus 1.16% for the day, whereas for the weekly chart it was 0.52% in plus, and the monthly chart gave a return of 8.30% in a month. Now coming on to the yearly chart, we can see that it gave a return of minus 24.14%. for the entire year, whereas for 5 years it was minus 14.29%, and the maximum till date was 986.61% for Larsons and Tobro. If we come on if we come on to the investment checklist, we can see the current price of the stock is more than that of the intrinsic value, which is not a good sign. Later on we can further see the returns versus FD rates, and in this the stock has been generating better returns on equity than that of the bank FD, whereas the dividend returns of the stock offers a good dividend returns, but dividends return is not our concern, at least for the moment. The entry point seems to be a good option to enter, whereas there are no red flags marked in the stock. Now we come on to the forecast and ratings. Out of a panel of 37 analysts, 95% of them are of the view that we can go ahead to buy in this stock. If we compare the competitors of Larsons and Tobro Limited are Larsons and Tobro Technology Services Limited, GMR Infrastructure Limited, KEC International Limited. The PE ratio for Larsons and Tobro Limited stands to be at 14.60, which is in comparison the second last least out of the entire one. If we check out the PB ratio of Larsons and Tobro Limited, it stands to be 1.79, which is also fair enough, good in terms of PB ratio also. Now we check out the holdings that the company has. The domestic institutional investors sold approximately 36.05% in the company, whereas the foreign institutional investors hold 18.76% of the entire holding. So all the things look perfectly well over here. This comes to end of the video. Anyways, the main intention of taking you through this is that as we discussed about companies like Infosys, SBI Life Insurance, ICICI Bank, L&T, no, the main thing to observe over here is that whichever company you opt for, please make it a point that it should be a kingmaker in its sector. Then only we can expect good returns from that. Otherwise it will be affected by the pandemic issue that is arising. Well, that's it guys. I hope you like the video. If you did like the video and haven't yet subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe my channel. At the same time, click on the bell icon for timely updates. Also do click on the like button, because it not only motivates me, but at the same time it helps me to promote my video in getting a better rank. Last but not least, I would request you, all of you, to share this channel in your contacts as well. I hope to come up with another video very soon. Till then, take care and bye bye.